Every once in a while, you meet someone whose work makes you just stop in your tracks and feel something. That was me the first time I saw one of Knox's prints in person. His photography makes you proud to be American. In a world focused on what's wrong with this country, Knox reminds us what's still incredible about it. He blends modern life with the soul of American history. Cowboys, wild horses, and yes, a Longhorn in the Formula One racetrack. I saw it with my own eyes. His images look so unreal, you would swear they were AI.
That's so awesome.
Until he showed you the BTS to prove it. And then you say to yourself, hey, actually, that's that guy. So today, I want to introduce to you someone who embodies the spirit of the Alpha Renaissance. Someone creating work that's meaningful and beautiful and unapologetically American. Welcome to the Alpha Renaissance with Knox Kronenberg. Minutes outside of Austin, you start seeing Longhorns.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, 100%.
Like, wait, what happened here?
Yeah.
This is like stereotypical.
You're like, where's the tech bros? That's a Longhorn.
Yeah, that's a Longhorn. Like I thought it was like, I thought Tesla, like SpaceX was down the street.
Yeah.
But then it's like super outdoors. So like you get the city, but simultaneously you get the country easily.
Which is awesome. And then you have Barton Springs and like all the natural space in town, which I think is super unique. Like I love that there's so much country within Austin that'll be protected and never developed.
Yeah.
There's already too many people here.
Well, isn't the land here in Texas privately owned mostly?
98% of the state's privately owned.
Yeah.
But that 2% that's public is like 2.2 million acres.
Which is
crazy. Crazy from like that's 3 Rhode Islands.
I was about to say that's the size of some states.
Yeah. There's ranches in Texas bigger than Rhode Island.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a wild state, man. I find a lot of I'm a wildly prideful Texan. So I'll talk about it all day.
Is that Sesh?
No, dude, I quit nicotine. And then all these fucking boys with Sesh now, they're like shoving it down my throat.
Sesh is so okay. So I went to like this party and they were giving them away.
Yeah.
And I vaped a little bit. When I say a little bit, actually a lot.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like
I
I
was
was
the
vaping.
same.
Like I
I
was
was the same,
vaping
buddy.
like crazy.
Yeah.
Okay. And I finally quit it. And I haven't touched a vape in a while.
Yeah.
Went to this party. They had Sesh, free Sesh giveaways.
Everywhere. Yeah.
And I'm like, this is crap. I don't need nicotine, but I'll try it. Oh my God. I went like the next day I didn't even eat. Like just buzzing off nicotine all day.
Oh, dude. So my past life, and we can get into this, is I had a production company and traveled the world creating content.
Crazy.
And there was a period of time where I lived out of the country. It's going to be awesome when my mom listens to this. She's not going to love this. But I had a rule. I was like, hey, no cigarettes in the U.S. But I was out of the U.S. like 10 months a year. And it got to the point where, like, as a kid, you smell cigarettes and you're like, that's stupid as shit. Why would anybody ever do that? And I got to the point where I'm like, I smell a cigarette and I'd be like a shark with blood. I'd be like, I want that. And I was like, that's bad. We got to quit.
Yeah. Same thing for beer. Like with me, like I love beer. Like our generation kind of grew up off, like we are the craft beer generation, right?
Exactly.
Like, Gen X and like the boomers, they're like, drinking Coors Light, Michelob. We started drinking craft beer, which means we also became addicted to craft beer, which I love the taste of beer. And then one day I was watching football or something, and I saw a commercial for beer. And literally the pouring of the beer, I started salivating.
Yeah, you're like, I need that.
I need that right now. I was like, dang, do I have a problem?
Yeah. You're like, that might not be the right reaction to have.
Yeah, I'm like, I need to slow it down.
Yeah.
But how's that been? Like not taking nicotine?
Shit, dude, it was hard. I'm maybe like 2.5 years off.
Okay.
But I still think about it.
That's longer than me.
Yeah. Well, I had my now wife, maybe this probably shouldn't be in here, but I'll just tell you. It has her ex-boyfriend was like a bad addict. So when we started dating, she's like, I don't care what you're addicted to. I'm not dating another addict. And I was like, good enough for me. Because like 3 days in, I was like, I'm going to marry that girl. Yeah. Whatever she needs, I'm in.
Yeah.
And like maybe a few months in, she was like, hey, that's a no. And I was like, all right, I'm done. She's like, there's no way you can just quit. And I was like, fucking watch me. Yeah.
Dude, it's something about that, like having a good woman on your side that motivates you. It's really the true cheat code.
I think it is. I think what's fascinating is I spend so much time with people much older than me, and I ask them lots of pointed questions. Every one of them, without fail, the most important decision you can make is who your partner becomes. and who your partner is. And, you know, I'm fucking stoked with who I chose. Like I got the best damn partner in the entire world. I'm so blessed. But it really is crazy how true that is.
It's true.
Yeah. I mean, it's, you know, they can lift you up or they can be a giant anchor.
They can bring you down.
Yeah.
And, you know, like for me, like I was single for a long time, right? Just like in and out of relationships, never married, you know, never really in a relationship where I probably thought I would get married until my late 30s, right? And when you're with the right person, it's night and day. Like everything for me, like everything was easy, but having that person to reference, to run things by, to trust, like you live your, like if you're a man living your life in your mid 30s, not ever have trust anyone, you're missing out, man.
100%.
It's a huge, like it's a reason why, like having, you know, the prototypical president has like a, you know, a wife and kids, because as a man, it teaches you not just to take care of yourself. It's easy to be independent. That's
100%.
Nothing to celebrate.
Yeah.
But taking care and being thoughtful and thinking about your kids, your wife, the future, that puts a man in a totally different realm.
Couldn't agree with you more. I think the best word I've come up with, and I'm only like 3 months into marriage, so I don't know shit.
But you're an expert.
Yeah, it's like teammate, man. It's like she's my freaking teammate, and she's there when I need her. I'm there when she needs me, and it's like having that reliability in somebody is unbelievable.
Yeah,
it's so unique, and I think it's so special. And I'm, like I said, I'm absolutely stoked with who I chose to have be my teammate for the rest of my life, and I hope she feels the same.
How did this? Well, interesting question I would have. It's like how did it affect your artistry?
Great question.
Before, like, what type of artist were you before you were married, and what type of artist are you now, and you foresee yourself becoming?
Dude, great question. I think before I was very selfish in the sense that it's like I'm doing this all for me, and it's like I want to create for me because I have shit inside me that needs to come out. Now, a lot of what I think about is legacy. And it's like, I don't have any kids yet. One day I hope to. But I think a lot about legacy. Like we just essentially everything that we do has what are called artist proofs. We do 2 artist proofs for each piece. The second artist proof will never, ever be sold. And those will be set aside for my lineage. So my kids, my grandkids, my great-grandkids, so that everybody in my bloodline can have a piece of my art if they want.
Wow.
And so I think when we first got married, when we first started dating, it was a lot of like, I'm creating art for me because I have to bring this to the world. Now it's still part of that, right? Like I still have to get the thoughts out of my head because they drive me crazy if I don't. But a lot of it now is I'm thinking, hey, how can I create art that my kids and my grandkids are proud of, that they get to also be owners in? Because like I have a deep belief that part of why we exist as humans is to create better humans, right?
Yeah, 100%.
And it's like, I love me some Jesus. So it's like we're creating disciples for him. That's how we do it, is by, you know, creating our own kids. Those are the best disciples you can create. And it's like, I want them to, one, appreciate what we're doing, understand why we're doing it, and then be able to have ownership on them. Like the worst thing in the world to me is, maybe not the worst thing in the world, a really bad outcome for me would be like, oh, my grandkid or my kid really wants this piece of art. Yeah. But it's like, oh, it's sold out to who knows any of these people that own it. And it's like, no, I want to make sure there's one for each of them in case they want them. Because I think family is like the most important thing in the world. So 100%, being able to set aside stuff for them is really cool. And what's been fun is like, I've been telling people I'm doing this, and they're like, shit, that's a great idea. That's a cool idea. Yeah.
Like I just had this idea of just like actually, you know, since I've been podcasting, it's just actually podcasting my dad, podcasting my uncles, podcasting. Yeah. And it will go into the internal family library, but it'll live forever. Totally. Just like what you're saying.
What I think it's so special. That's why I love photography. That's why I love film. That's why I love all of this, because it's truly something, it's a story that's captured forever. Yeah. Right. And one of my mentors and I were having a conversation yesterday. He's like, why do you do this? He's like, if I don't do it now, it's my responsibility, because if I don't do it now, it'll never be told.
It'll never be told. Yeah. Man, dude, that's like, it's powerful too, man. I love what you said about like your love for Jesus, your love for God, because, you know, religion does get a bad rap 100% right now, right? Yeah. And sometimes, you know, the argument is rightfully so, right? Some people, how they're representing there's themselves, some hypocrites for sure. They're nuts, right? And I always say, right, like don't tell me what you believe. Yeah. Show me, man. Show me.
I'm so far from perfect. Like I'll be the first one to say, it's like, I love me some Jesus. I missed the mark a lot. Let me be totally straight. But it's like, that's the beautiful thing about faith and forgiveness is we can miss the mark and we can still know that we're going to be all right, you know? And being able to spread that message. And hopefully for me, it's like, I hope you can see it in the art. I always tell people, it's like God, family, country is like kind of one of the things. Like I'm a wildly patriotic American and I'm a wildly passionate Texan, but like those are nothing without the first two, God and family. And so I think it's just kind of all hopefully layers that I'm stacking into these art pieces. Cause to me, art and what we create is like, it's part of me. Like there's nothing I do that isn't part of me or makes me excited, right? Like we are very, very adamant about only creating stuff that I want to create that drives and eats at my heart until I'm like, it's got to be out there and exist in the world. And so when it does exist, it's awesome. But then it's like, there's, especially in the beginning now, since we've had so many reps, like these shows, when we do them and my art's in front of people, it's kind of like, woo, I'm sitting there open wide, you know, I'm like, what are these people going to think? Are they going to judge it? Are they going to like it? And, luckily, I've been able to do a lot of meditation, praying, and like really work with some mentors where it's like people's opinions don't affect me that much anymore. Yeah. But it still is that very vulnerable, like, woo, there's my heart on the wall.
Open, like you're open. You put yourself out there. You put your work out there, and you know, art is the epitome of. Yeah, it's just based off of someone's opinion if they like it or not, right? Yeah. Like they can say, "Oh, this is great. Oh, this is shit," and they will just say it, but 100%. They don't know what you put into it. They don't know your thought process behind it or anything like that. How did you learn? Were you always this vulnerable?
Probably not. I'm a pretty damn open book. I'll kind of tell anybody anything. There's very few things I safeguard because I believe in life going through like happy, right? It's like there's kind of energy around everybody and there's that flow state. And for me, it's like if I hold shit in, I just don't do that well. Me and my family, we have a saying. It's like we operate best from positions of abundance, not scarcity. Absolutely. Even when you are in scarcity, live in that abundant mindset. Yeah. Because that's how I make the best decisions.
Scarcity is real, but sometimes it's just technical.
It is real, dude. And sometimes it's just short term, but they're lessons, right? Like lessons, one of the cool quotes I heard lately was like, problems are just, let me think about this. Problems are opportunities in business clothes or something like that. It's like, it's a guy named Brad Jacobs said it. And I was like, shit, that's really good. Like these moments of scarcity aren't like terrifying, right? If you let them overwhelm you, which is really easy to do, it becomes terrifying. But if you can separate yourself from that problem and then attack it, it's like, it just becomes an opportunity to learn.
Yeah. I mean, I think oftentimes like we have issues, you know, we have some problem that comes up. If we just look at the opportunity behind the problem, you won't see it as a problem. And actually it'll take the heaviness from that problem away from you. That heaviness, man, a lot of times just comes from our mind, just like overthinking the process. When oftentimes 100%. Problems don't even really exist in nature. Like if you look at nature, like the animal, they don't see your problems. Like the trees don't feel your problems. Yeah. It's an issue from ear to ear.
100%. It's all within right here, man. And I think if you can find that way to separate yourself from it and not let it have power over you, that's how you win. Because abundance is so much more fun to operate from than scarcity. Scarcity, it's like when I make decisions from scarcity, they're like more fearful, like, oh shit, what's going to happen? And I'm not thinking of that second, third order because I'm so blinded that when I make those decisions from abundance, it's like, okay, I can see second, third, fourth order effects. And it's like, let's go do this for joy. Let's go do this for the right reasons. And hopefully to spread a really good message. Yeah. And I think that's where we get to separate ourselves.
Dude, I had the honor and pleasure of recently seeing you, one of your art pieces go up for auction at a very great charity for Lauren Zima and Chris Harris, the Experienced Kids charity.
Absolutely, yeah.
And first off, an amazing cause. Love
such
what they're
a
doing.
Cool deal, yeah.
And yeah, your piece, one of your photos was auctioned there, and I believe it went for like 40 or
I think it was 30 on that 30? Night. Yeah.
Yeah, that's more than anyone has ever given me for a picture. Yeah. For a photo. What I mean, $5. I mean, that's more than no one's ever paid me for a photo ever in my life. Yeah. Like, man, was that like shocking to you?
It's pretty cool. I think shocking is probably the wrong word. There was a lot of gratitude in the room from my side. We're very blessed that we sell photos for that price quite frequently. But what I love to be able to do and what I think is so important is I have a product that I create, right, that has value to humans, and that value can help others. And for me, one of the most important things is like, we have to sell them because that's how I fund the business and that's how I pay the people who work for me, right? Totally. Like that's important. That's how I get to go create stuff. But that's not the only bucket that I want to fill. It's really, really important for me to be able to give back. So on nights like that, when the piece actually raises a good amount of money, it's so cool for me to be able to give back. And what's neat is that fundraiser, we were raising money for kids who, were raised without a parent or have lost a sibling. And my mother, which is like, one of my favorite people on the planet, she lost her mother. Well, she lost her mother later in life, but she lost her brother and sister when she was really young.
Oh, wow.
And so this is something that would have been so powerful for her to have as a kid. And for me to be able to like help another generation of kids and like use my product that I create to raise money to help. It's like, dude, are you kidding me? I wish it raised $1 million.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, but 30 is amazing. Like how freaking
powerful.
Cool.
Yeah, it was powerful to see like your work. I mean, like your photos are all black and white.
99%. Yeah, there's a few that have tiny splashes of color, but the only color we've ever added was the what I call the colors of freedom, red, white, and blue.
So life is colorful.
Yeah.
What makes you feel like you can tell a better story in black and white?
Okay, when we get done here, I want to show you a poem because it's somewhere on my phone that it's going to be the foreword to our new book that a musician friend of mine wrote for me yesterday. And he did such a freaking awesome job.
Very cool.
Man, to me, color is limiting because, and let me kind of back up. Color, when you look at a photo with photography specifically, if you look at a film photo, it feels nostalgic. You're like, it kind of brings you back in time. When you look at a digital photo that's color, it kind of feels like right now. My hope is that these photos I create can live on any spectrum of that timeline. And that black and white allows you to kind of put yourself wherever you might be. And it honestly, sometimes for me at least, varies day to day when I look at it. It's like, oh, cool. Here's a cowboy in a bar. That could have been yesterday. That could have been a year from now. That could have been 100 years ago. And so for us, I love black and white because it's simple. Even though the photos sometimes are really dramatic and there's a lot going on, that lack of color simplifies it and allows you to connect with it, I think, a little bit quicker than color does. And for us, I won't say we won't ever do color, but it feels very limiting to me at this point because of I want you to be able to put yourself in any spectrum on that timeline. And it's kind of a backwards thought. Yeah. But what I thought was really cool in one of the conversations I had with my mentor yesterday, it's like, hey, I love that it's all black and white. I think it's really unique. And I'm like, yeah, the Bible, there's not freaking a bunch of colors in the Bible. Like it's simple. It's that message comes straight to you, right? And it's like the photos are dynamic. There's lots going on, but I want that message to kind of speak through.
Because this message is you.
Exactly.
And you don't want to decorate. You don't want to color the message.
Yeah.
Right? Like you want to give them you.
Clean and concise. Just right to the heart. Man. Yeah.
Damn, that's a wild concept because most people, black and white photography is something that I feel like that you don't see much of.
You don't, and I'll put it down. But it's like you don't see much of it, right?
Yeah.
And here's another really, really simple reason why we do everything black and white. And this is kind of like more capitalistic thought than an artist thought. Every wall can easily have a black and white piece of art on it because color often makes it hard to place a piece of art on a wall.
Absolutely.
But black and white goes with every wall.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what color the wall is. You can almost always put a black and white piece of art on the wall.
I bet when people are calling you, they're not telling you their color schemes because it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Just put that up there.
Yeah.
Was that something that, again, like you started off like where you were like, well, first off, how did you get into photography?
Yeah,
this is a crazy story, by the way.
Yeah, it's a great question. I'll kind of give you the minute-long synopsis, and then you can poke and prod. And again, I'm an open book, so whatever you want to ask. So when I was in high school, well, let me back up a second. My mission statement in life is to inspire passion in others on a mass scale, and beyond that, to be the light in the dark. There's enough people focusing on the negative bullshit in the world that it's not my role. My role is to bring positivity and good light, and passion has been the most important quality to me, and my life has been a natural progression of passion. So when I was in high school, I ended up competing for the U.S. fly fishing team because that was what I loved.
Okay. Fly fishing is fun as hell.
It's amazing. Yeah. I'm highly addicted to it. I tell people, it's like, I'm the most addictive person you've ever met.
That cast. Yeah. That cast is, it's difficult.
Meditation for me,
meditation.
man. Yeah.
Definitely zen.
And I always tell people I'm the most addictive person you've ever met. My addictions have just manifested in positive things, luckily. And so when I was in high school, I competed for the U.S. fly fishing team. I traveled the world doing that. Through travel, I fell in love with photography because I'm like, man, I want to share this with my buddies when I come home. Look where I was, look what I was doing. And when I got to college, I had a whole bunch of sponsors and all these people who were giving me free shit essentially to fish with, right? And I was like, man. And then they started asking me, hey, can you send us some photos of the trips you're going on? I'm like, yeah, sure. And then I realized it's like, oh, wow, they really need this content. Content was kind of like becoming a really important thing, social media, all this. So we started a production company. All through college, I traveled the world, essentially fishing, hunting, and surfing in all kinds of corners of the planet, filming, photographing, and capturing these, beautiful experiences. That mission statement I've had has been there kind of since I was about 21. And so I really reeled back a few years ago and was like, all right, experientially, I'm wildly fulfilled. Creatively, we're not being that challenged. I want to create what's within me. What's a business that I can create using photography? Because I wish I could paint. I wish I could draw. I can't.
Yeah.
Right. And so it's like using photography. How do I create a business that I'm able to generate what I see in the world? And that's kind of where it stemmed from. And that's where we've been chasing that hard for the last 3 or 4 years. And what's fascinating is like, we're a few years in and it's like, I got 5 people working for me. We got stuff going all over the world. There's my art on walls in all kinds of corners of the planet. Like, it's the coolest thing in the world. Like, God is so good. I can't believe it's working this well. And we're just so blessed, man. And we're just trying to operate from abundance and gratitude. And that's just, we're going to just freaking keep running at it as hard as we can.
So you get this idea and you're like, you know what? I'm going to invest into this. You start a production company. Did you start taking classes?
So great question. At school, they wouldn't let me take photo classes, which was driving me insane. And maybe to the chagrin of my parents at a certain point, I did not go to class very often. But I lived on YouTube. It wasn't like I was just like throwing my responsibilities away. I was learning everything I could on YouTube.
What years were this?
So I'm 27. So when I was in school, it would have been like 2016 to like 2018, really like learning how to use a camera. I think the production company probably started in like 2017 or 18, somewhere around
things
there.
Like, especially like YouTube, all the content is really taking off. People are starting to realize, like, hey, this can be a lifestyle. It can be a living.
100%.
It could be your entire life.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. And it totally was. Like, I again, me in school kind of always butt heads. So we never got along. Like, I went to Boulder, I went to community college, and I ended up graduating from UT. And that entire time I was traveling and I was working. So it wasn't like I was throwing my life away, but I'll never forget. I had this opportunity to go to the Middle East on an exploratory fly fishing trip, but I was going to miss Thanksgiving and I was going to miss like midterms. Right. And I called my mom and I was like, hey, I don't really feel that bad for missing Thanksgiving. This is pretty cool. But what do you think about me missing my midterms? And she's like, well, you're not going to be a doctor, a lawyer, an accountant. So you better freaking go on this trip.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, let's go. So we missed a lot of school, but we still made it out somehow. Yeah.
I'm not even sure. I think if you're in school, there are certain disciplines, there's certain degrees that are worth going to school where you can't learn them any other way.
100%.
Like, you're not gonna really, learn biology, maybe engineering outside, not in that intensity. But I think at this point, especially with the corporatization of education in this country, you might be better out going to get an outdoor education.
Oh, 100%. Well, and for me, man, I've got all these crazy learning disabilities and ADD and dyslexia and blah, 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 and all of them, right? Like,
you sound like a regular guy.
Yeah.
Like, you're just excited and interested in everything.
Exactly. Yeah. And I think what the school system really did to me that I think was the biggest disservice is it told me I didn't like to learn because I didn't want to freaking learn about what they were trying to teach me. And it's like, until a few years after school, I was like, man, I don't like learning. I don't like reading. I don't like doing any of this stuff. It's like, man, I love consuming knowledge and I love building my, knowledge process and learning, but about things I want to do.
Yeah. And not in a Socratic method.
Exactly.
Right. Just like sitting there.
100%.
Like, you wanted to be immersed. You needed to be on the scene. You needed to be surfing. You needed to be in these activities.
100%.
To feel, you seem to me like a guy that you thrive in freedom.
Oh, I do. Yeah.
You thrive
100%.
in that independence. Like when you're in your zone, that is your wave.
Yeah.
Your wave is the freedom wave.
Yeah. My like pocket of like, I feel most alive is like, I am somewhere doing something that most people are like, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this makes me feel alive. You know, like, let's go. Whether it's jumping out of a plane, closing down a Formula One track and bringing a Longhorn onto the racetrack, like crazy stuff where people are like, what is wrong with you? And I'm like, when you're asking me that, that's when I'm most like, all right, we're on the right path. You know, we're doing something right.
Take it. Let's back up a little bit.
Please.
Fly fishing in the Middle East.
Yeah.
Where the hell were you fly fishing?
That's a great question. So we were in a country called Oman. It's like right next to Yemen. And there's a fish called a permit, which is like the most sought after fish to catch in the ocean on a fly rod, in my opinion. I've got one here on my necklace. This is from a brother of mine or buddy of mine, and essentially a brother who made it for me in Belize. It's made out of bone. When I lived down there, I got one on my bracelet. And so there's 4, about to be maybe 5 species of them. And one of the very unique species lives on that kind of coastline in the South Pacific there in Oman. And so we were doing an exploratory trip trying to see if we could catch them.
You catch any?
No.
Oh,
but we caught some others.
Elusive.
Yeah. We timed it wrong. We didn't realize it was a kind of time of year thing. Now there's an operation there and like they crush it and they catch them all the time. It's really unique. Permit are one of, so it's called a permit. And they're one of probably my favorite fish to chase because what's beautiful about it is you do it right. 99 times out of 100, they're still going to tell you to F off. They're
so
like
smart.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, essentially fly fishing is tying feathers to a hook and trying to convince a fish to eat feathers, right?
Yeah.
And a permit's got an eye like that big. So it's like, those are feathers.
Yeah.
Yeah. That ain't a real crab.
Yeah. I remember I went deep sea fishing one time out in the Gulf of Mexico, right? From South Padre.
Yeah.
The Perdido, right? Like this, oil rig that takes forever to get to.
Oh yeah, dude, they're not close.
They're not close. They're not. I was like, you go to the Caribbean, you could just like 30 minutes out, you catch a tuna.
Catch a fish, yeah.
And those bad boys, first off, they're a smart fish because you put you cast, you have your bait, and you kind of have to let them get hold of it first. If you pull too quick,
it's like a
they're
dance,
gone.
Right? Yeah.
You got to dance, get them, and then you finally get them, and it's like, man, it's so beautiful and delicious. Just eat them right there on the boat.
Oh, it's the best, man. Yeah.
How big are those permit?
Man, so what's funny about it is fly fishing, most of the places it's taken me, like we're not eating any of this fish. It's a catch and release. Okay. It's a dance and you let them go.
Yeah, we do the same.
Permit are one of the only fish where I would say size doesn't really matter because they're all really hard to catch. So like I've caught them 3 pounds and I've caught them 30 pounds.
Oh, wow.
And there's people that have caught them 50, 60 pounds. So it's like, it's a giant spectrum, but it's kind of what I love about it is every one you catch, it's like, yes,
yeah,
it feels really good. And I don't know if this has been proven in any capacity, but I'm a massive fan of gratitude and appreciation. And when you're fishing or doing anything from the position of like, I'm just grateful to be here.
100%.
That's usually when the best things happen. And permit, about 10 times I have watched this, are really, really difficult to catch, right? So we'll spend a week sometimes fishing for them and not catch any. And I've watched it probably 10 times with people where they're like, my day is ruined if I don't catch one. They'll never catch one.
Yeah.
On the night when I'm like, finally, like they're listening to me, hey, just be glad to be out there. Be grateful to be out there. Catching one's just a bonus. Don't worry about catching one. They'll catch one. It's the coolest thing in the world. Like, it's like chills because it's like, I'm going to have a shitty attitude and I'm going to tell you my day's ruined if I don't catch one. And it's like, as soon as they let that go and just realize, hey, look at this beautiful place I am. Because the cool thing about permit is they don't live in ugly places. It's like, look at this beautiful place and appreciate it.
Peaceful.
Yeah. It's crazy cool. Yeah. Then that's when they start catching them.
Yeah. It's hard to kind of tell someone like, hey, the journey is difficult. But the most important thing about this journey is not what's on the other side.
Yeah.
It's the journey itself.
The journey. Yeah. They're like, this is hard.
They're like, no, this sucks. What do you mean?
Yeah.
But it's one of those paradoxes where you have to get on the other side of it in order to appreciate where you were going
100%.
through.
Yeah, man. I think that hardships, but like the journey is like the most fun part of it, right? And like the hard shit before the good shit's the best shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people accomplish something and they get there, and after they have that huge just drop, right? They're depressed, they're anxious because you spent all of this time on focusing on a thing, and you got the thing.
Yeah,
you got it. You won. But then once you win, you're like, yeah. Now what's next?
Crazy. So for me, So, like some of these photos have taken me years to create, right? One of them took me 3 years from the time I had the idea to actually make it happen at the Formula One track. I got the photo, I edited it. It was perfect, exactly how I visioned it. I sat there in pure joy for 5 minutes and I was like, all right, what's next?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's if you're being fulfilled by the end goal, it'll leave you half empty.
You're 27, which is crazy. Like you kind of have like an older soul. I thought you were a little older than that. I'm like, yeah, I'm in my 40s. I didn't do it. Like, dude, you found a lot of purpose a lot earlier than a lot of guys are. There's a lot of guys right now where you have like a loneliness crisis,
totally.
Right? You have a true self-esteem crisis. And the thing is, man, it's not just happening to Joe Schmoes, like anybody on the street. Like it's happening to everyone, from socioeconomically disadvantaged to the elites. Like
100%.
People have lost, especially guys, right? It's definitely a lack of purpose. How have you like maintained a purpose? Did you always have purpose?
It's a freaking great question. And it comes back to my mission statement, right? I think passion is the most severely lacking quality in humans these days because most people don't feel like they have one. I think I have a deep belief, and I could be wrong, that everybody has something they're passionate about. You just have to seek it out. And for me, I've had periods of, I guess you could call depression, but nothing more than like a few days at a time.
Like you felt life, and
you could just feel life,
it did
right?
put you down.
Yeah, and there's moments like COVID. When COVID hit, it was like I was running hard. I had all this stuff. The business was going great, and then it's like whoop, everything stops, and it's like whoa. Now what? Am I really aligned with what I'm doing? Am I not?
Yeah.
But for me, I think the most important thing to counteract depression and like that sense of loneliness is passion, because when I tell you this shit burns inside of me, like I have to get it out. It is like the driving force behind my life of just like, go, run, let's keep going. Because I always tell people, and this is kind of a funny quote, I'm like, I don't care if you're passionate about kicking rocks, like be the best damn rock kicker you can.
Do it.
It's like find something you want to do and chase it as hard as you can. Because I think that's what most people are lacking. And I think it's a really interesting time in the world where instant gratification is a very real thing.
Totally.
I'm a giant culprit of it. Like when I have an idea, I want to create it right now. It's really hard for me to create right now. Most of these ideas take months and months of planning before we can actually create them. And I'm like, oh, it has to happen now. You know, and I think that instant gratification leaves people to where they feel like they should be getting more quicker. And I think a part of it is like what we were just talking about, right? That journey is the fulfilling thing. So many of these elite, high net worth, wealthy people I know are like, I would trade all of my dollars to go start this business again, because that was the point that was the enjoyable part, right? And I think it's important for people to learn that. It's like the hard shit's the good shit.
Yeah.
It's hard, but as long as you can allow yourself to separate from that hard stuff and really understand that, like, hey, this is just a small moment on the timeline. We're gonna get through it. And again, I've had the most blessed life on the planet. Like I'm the luckiest guy you've ever met in your entire life. So who am I to tell you what's hard and what's not? But I will say it's like my mom's had a wildly difficult life, and so has my dad. And like all this shit has happened to them, and they've overcome and they've learned to grow, and they've built what they've built, and allowed me to my little brother to like really chase our own dreams.
Yeah.
So it's like it's done. It's been done. People are doing it every day. It's possible. You know, I think a lot of people just need to learn like it is possible. Chase it, and that hard shit's the best shit.
Yeah, man. I it's so many things about that I can comment on. One of them is, especially for our fellow compatriots living in this country, I just feel
like our conversation the other day,
dude. It's just like
gratitude.
So much. You could be born anywhere,
100%.
Right? You could be born a girl in Afghanistan. Right. Probably less than ideal. Okay. But you're born in America, and wherever you're born in America, right, you have all of these opportunities. And for me, a lot of my passion comes from that. I'm sure yours 100%. Does too.
Yeah.
It's just being in this place. Like I feel like I was born in an 80s disco party, like disco ball in the air, like, and it's just going down, and like you can do so much. And I have a lot of empathy for people that don't have purpose. amongst all this, because it's a lot to get, like you said,
it's terrifying.
Yeah, it's a lot to get lost in the sauce with too,
100%.
right? Like, you know, like you said, like instant gratification, over commoditization. Like I understand that, like it's distracting. Like everybody's like, buy something at this party. Here, I'm trying to sell you a disc ball. This one is bigger than ever. It's gonna make you feel better, but it doesn't. Like, and
more.
Yeah, more. Yeah. So like trying to find trying to find and hold on to that purpose, you know. It sounds like a lot of outdoors, you know, activities help you do that. Yeah. You know, like you said, hunting and fishing and surfing. What about those activities?
For me,
make you feel alive?
Great question. I love people. I'm addicted to people, and I love meeting people that peel the proverbial onion of life uniquely, right? It's like they've chose to live uniquely. I'm addicted to meeting those humans because it's like there's so many people that are just cogs in the machine, right? And it's like you could see it in their eyes. It's like they've just kind of lost their life, right? It's like they're still alive and they're still breathing and they're still going, but it's like they don't have much that they're chasing. And so
like
when
life has put them in their place, put them back in line. They tried to step out of line
100%.
Into some creativity or their purpose, and something happened and put them back in line. Yeah. Get back in line.
100%. And like when I get to meet people that live differently, it's wildly fulfilling. For me, my meditation, my church is outside. Mm-hmm. I always tell people, it's like, if you believe in God, which I do, and you believe he created all of this around us, right? Like everything here.
Totally.
It's like when I go outside, I call it like micro to macro. It's like, go look at a leaf, look at how all of those freaking veins in that leaf interact together, and then put it on the tree and then follow it all the way out until the sky, right? And you're like, holy shit, something really crazy is happening for all of this to be connected and us to be connected to that. And it's like, when I do that, it's like a sense of overwhelming gratitude to get to be here and experience and see that. It's like, it's palpable for me. And the second thing I always say is like, man, I've traveled the world. Like I'm very, very, very lucky and very blessed to have gotten to see what I've gotten to see. We are so dadgum privileged to be born in America. Like you were just saying, it's like, yes, there's bad shit here. There's problems.
Okay.
Yeah. There's problems everywhere. Right. And it's like, okay, 2 decisions for a president. That's hard.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. Life goes on.
Exactly. It's like, don't let that stuff become your identity, because it's like, there's so much more to life. And I think a lot of times people allow their identity to get stuck in one thing. It's like, just take a step back, open your point of view, and just keep moving forward with like kind of an open heart for gratitude, but also just like understanding. It's like, I love having conversations with people who believe completely opposite of me. It's that's fun. The entire point of freedom, bro, is we can disagree.
Like we can challenge each other. It's not even also like challenging. I actually find that the challenges that I've had in life the most in terms of conversation came from regular conversation. Like it wasn't a debate. We weren't sitting on opposite sides of a table like, oh, you're wrong, and arm wrestling. Like it was just casual. Like somebody says something casual and I'm like, oh wait, I never thought about it like that challenges your whole understanding. So it's a lot of hubris to think that you have all the answers.
Oh, it's insane.
It's insane to think that like the smartest people, the most wealthiest people that I know, they ask questions.
Questions are beautiful, man.
Beautiful. They don't they don't know. It was like, wait, you are so successful and you don't talk. You ask a lot of questions. Like that's what they do.
100%. I think that the beautiful thing about America is freedom is present. Part of freedom is disagreement. Like that's kind of the core principle. It's like we have to disagree to be free. If we all agreed, it would suck. It's beautiful. Celebrate it. Like it's okay.
But this is the only time in history, or one of the very few times in history, where we found a way to dispute and move on. Right? We can have a disagreement. We can say, hey, I want this guy to be in charge. I want this guy to be in charge. And somebody's elected, somebody becomes in charge, and that's it. There's no war, there's no civil war, there's no fighting. We just move on and we live with that person and life goes on.
Rock and roll.
Yeah, it's a totally different story.
Yeah, I mean, I think one of the big narratives for us is we have a series called A Showdown with Time. And the whole entire series is to challenge the way we perceive history, right? It's like, hey, so much of history repeats itself. It's so cyclical. Learn from our past to make better decisions going forward. If we're not doing that one thing, how are we going to think we're making a better decision today? Right? And it's like, if you see what's happening in the country today and other places, it's like, hey, this playbook's happened. Bad shit happens when people disagree. like you just said, it's like, we've made it this far with no civil war again. Like no,
not again.
Again, right? That shit was horrible.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Yeah. And it's like, we've made it this far. Like, keep disagreeing, keep moving forward. And it's like, it's all going to be all right.
Disagree through the proper channels.
Exactly.
It'll be okay.
Yeah. Well, and you don't have to hate someone for something that they believe. Yeah. It's like, ask them why they believe it. You know, find commonality. Everybody has commonality, in my opinion. Yeah. It just takes a few questions to get there.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. And that's, again, too, like something about just being able to have open conversation that I do miss about America. Man, totally. I was watching Rush Hour. It came on TV.
It's a great movie.
And when I saw that movie, like when I was a kid, it was like, it felt, like a kid movie at the time. And I watched it again and I was like, oh my God, like, they would get canceled for this. And it was just like, but back in those times, like, it was just open conversation. Yeah. People just made fun of each other in a way that people didn't really take themselves as serious. Yeah. And I think too, one thing I love about your work is that you frame time. You encapsulate it. Like, I saw those photos with the Native Americans. Mm-hmm. Those are some of my favorites.
It's some of mine too. Yeah.
Like, what do you find these people?
That's the fun part. Like, one of my favorite parts about what we get to do is the relationships I get to build with the people in front of my camera, right? Because you look at them, you're like, how do they still exist? And the beautiful thing is they do, and they are here and they are present, from cowboys to Native Americans to all these kind of like crazy characters. And they're living authentically and true to themselves, which is so beautiful and so pure. And for me to get to go spend time and have relationships with them is awesome. Yeah. One, I'm a giant history nerd, like especially a Texas history nerd. I think that the Native Americans, certain tribes and at certain points in history, were the freest people that ever lived ever. Wow. And the connective tissue that they had to Mother Nature and outside is something I deeply envy, because I'm like, as much as I try to be as connected as possible, I will never be as connected. The way they can see everything and move, it's freaking awesome.
Do you see that when you work with them?
Sometimes,
yes. Do you see like with their descendants?
Yeah. What's interesting is, and this is kind of like, when we capture photos with Native Americans, like, I'm there to celebrate their heritage, their lineage, their past. Obviously, there's a ton of negative stuff that comes along with it, right? People can take the negativity if they want that route. That is not the route I am creating these for, right? It's a celebration of existence and a celebration of life. For me, is why I capture them. And so I think what's fascinating is so many of these guys have essentially their parents were like trying to make them white people, because that was kind of the narrative, right? It was like, hey, we're going to assimilate. We're going to be Americans. We're going to do this for like 100 years. And now there's this revitalization, which has been fascinating to watch, of like celebrating culture, celebrating that identity, celebrating who they were. And that's the most fun thing for me to get to witness. And I just get to learn from them. And it's like, oh, it's addicting. It's so addicting for me. Like, one of the first photos we ever did was with a guy here in town. His name is Samuel Greyhorse. Hefe and I were talking about him before we got on here, right? Sam told me to F off white boy the first time I met him. And I looked him dead in the eyes and was like, you don't know it yet, but you and I are going to be good friends.
Typical white boy response.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, hey, when I have an idea, I tell people all the time, it's like, I'm terrible at doing things I don't want to do, but if I want to do it, I'm going to run through a damn wall. Yeah. And so I met him. I had the idea. I was like, this guy's awesome. What a unique character. Super, super Austin, and super special for me, because I'm like, I love Austin, right? I spent essentially 6 months getting to know him and tracking him down until he was like, all right, you can come have a conversation with me. So you had to
stalk him for a little
I literally
bit.
stalked
Wow.
him. Yeah. Like, creepy stalked him.
Yeah, found out what he liked.
Yeah.
Okay, hey.
Found out where he lived, showed up.
Jeez.
Like, yeah. And then it's like, all right, he and I had like this 4-hour conversation, like sitting, me to you. Yeah. And it was like, we just bonded. And he was like, all right, you're clearly not full of shit. You clearly want to do this from the right place. Concern? I think a lot of the concerns with some of these Native people we work with is photography is a really, there's been a lot of photography of Native Americans. A lot of them believe it captures parts of their soul that they can't get back.
Right. I've heard that before.
Yeah.
Is it most Native Americans or like specific tribes?
I don't know. Some of the ones we've worked with have said no. Some have said yes. almost all of them understand after enough conversation that like, hey, we're here to celebrate this. This isn't me trying to like make money off your image. This is actually important because I think some people may look at our images and they're like, oh, you take advantage of these people. It's like, everybody's paid, everybody's taken care of. Like, this is not something where I'm taking. Like, hopefully these images are like created mutual benefit for both us and the people in front of them. And so what I always say is like, I'll go broke making sure the people in front of my camera are paid and taken care of. Yeah. Because they are what allows me to do what I do, right? Like,
they're paid and you still have to get their permission.
Exactly.
Right? Like you have to earn their trust.
Earn their trust is like maybe the most important thing.
Way more important than the cash.
Totally. Because that authentic relationship between me and them, I deeply believe comes through after we create the photo. Like, the only thing I do is press a button. Everything else is a giant we effort. And so back to the story with Sam, he told me to F off. Lots of time essentially earning his trust. He was like, all right, look, I'm a medicine man for my tribe. If you want to come take this photo of me, you have to do a sweat lodge with me so I can tell your intentions are true and pure. And I'm like, all right, I don't know what that is. I'm in.
Yeah. What the hell is a sweat lodge?
So a sweat lodge is like, the principle behind it is like the teepee that you crawl into is Mother Nature's womb. And when you come back out, you're reborn into the world. There's no drugs. There's a little bit of tobacco and like some sagebrush and like, so I don't know how much I could share that he would want me to, but essentially what's really beautiful about it is like, they say, hey, look, this is our way of connecting with our God or our creator. Pray to whatever God you believe in. This is just how we connect. It's about 3.5 hours. It's hellishly hot. There's a fire in the middle. 20 people in the teepee. The narrative is your mind is weak, but your heart is strong. Fill your heart with gratitude, and you will be able to make it through. Because like it feels like your friggin' face is burning off, right? Yeah. And it was the first time we did it was like one of the most powerful, beautiful spiritual experiences I've ever had. And it was like this beautiful, clear vision of like life and like what we're doing and how it's going. And when I came back out of the teepee, so you crawl out of the teepee, and when you crawl out, you thank everybody that was also in there. Just kind of
crawl out on all fours.
Crawl out on all fours, and you come out and everybody's standing in a line, and you shake everybody's hand and tell them thank you, because everybody's kind of praying for each other. And it's like this beautiful moment of prayer where it's like, you know, God says, you know, 2 or more gathered, like I'm here.
Yeah.
And it's this beautiful moment of like, everybody's praying for certain things. It's wild how much cool shit has happened from it. Anyways, when I get to Sam at the end of the line, he looks at me, he goes, we're creating the photo tomorrow.
Wow.
Yeah, it was like, oh.
Sweat lodge.
Yeah. It was so cool.
And the crazy thing about it too is that like, there's no ayahuasca.
No.
Right? There's not all this crazy stuff that you hear about. Like,
I mean, they do all that stuff too. Yeah.
But you didn't need that for this to have the experience.
100%. Yeah.
And more importantly, to get the approval, to get the green light.
Like, one of the cool things that I think was fascinating about it is they sing and pray in Apache. And it's a language I've never heard before. In the 4th round, I was singing along like I knew every word. And it was like,
what does it sound like? Does it sound like any language that you've heard before?
The chanting doesn't. I mean, now I've heard it a bunch of times, so it kind of sounds more familiar now. I lack the perspective to be able to like compare it to anything. Yeah. Because it feels more familiar.
Yeah.
But it's really unique. Yeah. And he's a unique human.
Yeah. Something about being connected to nature that, again, gives us purpose. Right. Gives us this I think for most people, it allows us to refocus. Right?
Totally.
So like when you're out in a space where only thing you can hear is the trees and the wind. And I remember living in Arizona one time where I went hiking with friends and I had AirPods in. Yeah. And they were like, why do you have AirPods? I'm like, because I want to listen to my music. They were like,
you're missing it.
Like,
yeah,
don't listen to anything. I was like, that's stupid. Like, I want to listen to my music.
Yeah.
And I didn't do it then. I still listen to my music that day. I was like, oh, screw you guys.
Yeah.
But over time, I started to do it, and it was just mind blowing. That like it wasn't jumping out of a helicopter, right? It wasn't anything like super intense or extreme, but that connecting with nature and connecting with other people in nature, I think brings us back to who we are as just fundamental humans, like hunter-gatherer society style humans.
I have a very deep belief that true relationships are created through shared experience outdoors. Because when you share something outside, that I don't know if it's chemical, I don't know what it is, but there is a connection and a bond that happens between humans that I think is palpable and is beautiful, right? It's like you and I could go have a really great dinner and it may be awesome, but it's like if we go ski together, for example, and have an epic powder day, it's like I may not see you for 10 years, but it's like in 10 years I'm gonna be like, you remember that day,
it's
bro?
It's the story.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the, because we love a good story as human
beings.
We
love stories. Stories are like the backbone to everything. Yeah.
A good story. Everything that we love actually just has a good story behind it.
Well, and stories bring people together. Like sitting around a fire, telling a story, sitting at a dinner table, telling a story. Like stories, I think, are so important. And it's a way for humans to connect. And it's been a way for humans to connect for 10,000 years, right? Or more.
Yeah.
And what we're trying to do is hopefully create a piece of art that tells a story. So when it goes on your wall, you can share that story and feel like you're a part of it.
Yeah. That the first time I saw your work was at a Formula One party, like a few years back. Yeah, in Austin, and the juxtaposition of these crazy cars, these crazy, highly engineered race cars,
totally,
and a Longhorn, and a cowboy was just mind blowing.
You know what's so fun about it is like the photos where we've done with like the cars and the horses. It's like cars are still measured in horsepower. You know, it's like, think about that, right? One of our deep beliefs as a team and really behind a lot of the art that we create is that relationship between man and horse is largely what built America. Because I think the entrepreneurial spirit is one of the most important things to the American experiment, if you will, but I think people allow themselves to not think they're entrepreneurs. I think everybody has the ability to be an entrepreneur. A principled entrepreneur might be the better word. Mm-hmm. Like it just means solving problems uniquely, right? Like you don't have to be Steve Jobs or Elon to be an entrepreneur, right? You can be an entrepreneur and an employee at the same time. They go hand in hand. People don't often think they do. And I think the first entrepreneurs in America were the people that were like, screw it. You said West, we're going to go that way.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, there's native people and there's all this crazy shit that could kill us and wolves and bears and lions. Yeah. It's like, well, I think that we're going to try it anyways. Like,
see that brush? We're going to go start there.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Yeah. And I'm like, that spirit is so important. And I think a lot of it is lost today because it's like, everything's easy, bro. We can go to freaking HEB and get us a steak and we're going to eat and do whatever we want. It's like, we have a photo titled The Cold Regardless because it's like, rain, snow, or sun, it's like, you're going to get food regardless, right? It's like now life has become so easy. I think survival has become an expectation, right?
Yeah.
Where back then it was not.
Privilege.
It's a total privilege.
It's a privilege that you believe you're going to survive.
Exactly. It's crazy. And we're like on the spectrum of history of humanity, a tiny blip of that where it's like survival is an expectation. For the majority of humanity, it has not been that case.
Child mortality, infant mortality, kids 100%. Die. Like the reason you had to have so many kids is because
they're
one of them might catch the measles.
Yeah,
they're gonna die.
Yeah,
it's nothing for you to take your 11-year-old, go to their funeral. Unfortunately, this is the life that people lived like up for the last previous 100 years.
Bro, it was 2 people ago.
Yeah.
It wasn't like 10 generations ago. It's like 2 generations ago. People were like really having to focus on how to survive.
Yeah. No, man. That juxtaposition of like the technology and I've never seen those animals like that, even like the livestock, because the Longhorn is so symbolic of Texas.
Yeah, it's a beautiful symbol. Yeah.
What is that about? I don't get that. I don't know what that means.
Actually. Okay, so I think little like Texas history lesson, right? Texas and Mexico were kind of the same thing for a long time. There's been cows here essentially since like the 1600s. Somebody's probably going to check this and I might be a little wrong.
Yeah.
But I'm not that
far. It's the internet, guys.
Yeah. Like I might be a little wrong. Here's what I think.
Yeah.
Longhorns were essentially a breed of cattle that, and the way you see a Longhorn today is not often how they used to look. It was a breed of cattle that could live in South Texas and like was essentially like a wild cow that learned how to live in this like hard brush and like tough country, right? The big giant freaking families of Texas, the people that own these massive ranches, like most of them were started by people who were stealing cows from Mexico and bringing them over and claiming land in Texas and building these cattle empires. The reason most of those ranches still exist is because of oil, but the cattle and that business behind like truly making it off the land, it just like they're still making it off the land with the oil, but it's just a little bit of a different variation, right? Is like a symbol, and I think a deep connective tissue for most people to connect to the past.
Yeah,
and the Longhorn's kind of a really beautiful symbol of that. And so for us, the reason we have the Longhorn is like, hey, that land is now a freaking racetrack, which is crazy. Right? Crazy.
Yes.
People come from all over the world.
All over the world. Who would have thought when you know, Texas was a republic back in the day, right? That people would be coming to this land from south of France.
Yeah, exactly.
Wherever,
it's
right?
Wild.
Like
it's
Singapore.
It's a banana thought.
Yeah.
And so like the Longhorn is there to represent what that land used to be used for, and what that spirit of Texas is like. It's still very much alive.
Yeah.
Like I've traveled the world, like I said, everybody, when I say I'm from Texas, is like, oh, do you ride your horse to school?
Yeah.
Or to work?
Sure, yeah. How many guns do you have?
Yeah, exactly. How many guns do you have, and do you ride your horse to work? It's like, we're a part of the 21st century also. You could if you wanted to, though, you know?
I think Texas is one. I mean, Texas is in the South, right? But I don't think it's not Southern like the other states.
Totally. It's different.
It's different. It is really different. And I think, again, because it's a frontier state, right? And I noticed this when I lived in Arizona too. Like people that moved west were a different breed of people.
Yeah.
And I mean, even just like motocrossing, you know, with these guys, like they were tough.
Totally.
Like when I moved to Texas, when I moved down to McAllen, all the guys, the men were men.
Yeah.
They were tough.
Totally.
And they had hobbies.
Yeah.
Which was like just insane.
They made shit happen.
Yeah. They made stuff happen, which was like one thing I wish people did, you know, like when you graduate from high school, like you have to take a gap year, right? Take a gap year, whether like
interesting,
like you have to do Peace Corps, like, or if you have to do like the Army, like you should, after high school, you should take 1 year of service and hopefully service in the country, where if you're from the North, you should be sent to the South. If you're from the East, you should be sent to the West, right?
That's a unique perspective.
So, because for me, like being a kid from South Side of Chicago, like I would have never had my framing open if I never lived in McAllen, Texas.
Yeah. Just
on the border.
Opens your perspective.
It opens your perspective because you really get to see how truly diverse the country is.
Totally.
Like people, like each region of the country has a totally different history, a totally different origin story.
Totally.
And if you're sitting on the East Coast, you're sitting on the West Coast, like you need to take that into consideration when you're hearing people talk about what their problems are, what their issues are, what their concerns are.
Yeah.
And vice versa, because like it's such a big country, man. And that was something for me that was just hugely beneficial, man.
That's
just,
so
like,
cool.
Coming down and seeing like man, people that actually have been living in America longer than America has been a country.
For sure.
On the borderlands.
Yeah.
It's just like phenomenal, man.
I think that you're totally onto something, and I think that perspective is going to be something that I mean, and a lot of people don't have, like, perspective is kind of a privilege, right? Like, it's not something you are guaranteed to have, but if you can seek it out, it definitely helps.
Yeah, man. I really appreciate how you maintain this philosophy. Like I said, the first time I saw your art, I could see your philosophy, your passion, like living alive. Like who you were, like it was alive in your work.
Oh, that's
man,
like the coolest compliment ever,
which
man.
Is like, man, I was like, I have to get this guy on the show.
Oh, that's such a cool compliment.
About it. One thing that I wanted to jump on too was that, like, to do the work that you do, you were pretty much just self-taught.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if you call YouTube self-taught, self-taught.
Yes. So like
trial and error.
You never like with the work that you do, you never like took like some crazy like lessons or anything.
Oh no, like these lights, the way these are set up.
Yeah, like you
no idea how to do that. Like this is like a totally another language, and like we shoot almost only natural light images. Yeah, because that's kind of what I know how to do. But we have to use light sometimes. I always hire a lighting technician because it's another language that I never learned. Yeah, and I don't really have time to learn it now. And it's like it's cool because I get to help people who, like, when we brought the guy out to the racetrack to bring lights, he's like, what was the idea? Yeah. He's like, I've done some crazy stuff. That's insane. And then what's really fun for us is, in this film documentary world, in this content creation world, 9 times out of 10 people are doing it for a brand or a client or somebody, right? And it's like, when I tell somebody, hey, here's what we're doing, can I have your help? It's like, we're doing it for me. And they're like, who's funding it? Me. Yeah. Why?
Yeah.
Because I want to. Yeah. And it's like, well, who's going to buy it? I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Same thing with this podcast.
Yeah.
Like, there's no purpose to it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not trying to like, when the purpose is your purpose.
Yeah.
It's good enough.
It's beautiful.
And you'll see where it goes. Like, I think that's the connection that I was trying to make, right? Like, the people that went west, those were the badasses, right? They were some of the first entrepreneurs, from how you see it.
Yeah.
And you went away as well without training. It's like that same frontier mentality that's in your work.
Yeah.
Right? Where like you don't know how lighting works. If somebody walked up to you and was like, yeah, let's use some fancy art terms, you would probably be like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
People talk to me in crazy language all the time. And they're like, how do you not know this? And I'm like, I've been walking around in the dark flipping on lights and accidentally turning them on. Like, it's been awesome. Like, we're just blessed that I keep hitting light switches. You know what I mean? Like, there's so much of this world that I still don't know how to do technically. And some of these people who buy our art, who are like really well-studied photographers and like camera nerds, like know everything about it. They're like, ask me all these questions. They're like, what about this? What about that? What about that? I'm like, can I be honest with you? I don't know. And they're like, what do you mean you don't know? How'd you create that? And I'm like, well, I know a couple things, but I don't know everything.
Yeah, I think it adds to like the mystique of your work.
Yeah,
pretty much.
I think the story, it just comes back to the story, right? It's like, to take a good photo, I think the story is a huge part of it, not the technical skills behind the photographer.
Truly, like, so many of the things that you're touching on are things to me that are just very important for the time that we live in, right?
Amen.
Like, I look at a guy like you, and I think, how do you maintain your agency in a world of distractions?
Good question. I think truly what I've learned is, like I kind of touched on earlier, I'm really, really bad at doing things I don't want to do. Like, terrible at it. And so I'm trying to hire those people, right? To help me. Like, I just hired a guy who's like my now CEO. He essentially runs my entire business and allows me to focus on like building relationships. What stories do I want to tell? Selling art. Like, how do we do the stuff that like deeply fulfills me, so that I'm not worried about like, how's that art getting there? How was it produced? Like, there's so many details in our business that most people don't see. Moving this art is a giant effing nightmare because they're all huge.
How big is your largest piece?
Like the size of this table. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. The simple business model for us is big walls need big art that's visually intoxicating and that tell a story, right? And so having people now, like my team is awesome. Having a team that can help me make stuff happen so that I don't have to focus on the tiny details is the greatest thing ever. Because there was definitely a period where I didn't have enough money or time to hire it out. And like, now that we're doing that. So part of it is like, I'm trying to learn how to say no to the stuff that drains my energy. Because I'm really trying to be, I'm trying to optimize for like that moment that makes me feel like, yes, like this shit for me is a blast. Like, I could talk about this all day because like, this is who I am. This isn't like, ooh, I'm nervous, right? It's like, we're just having a conversation because it's like, and I get to share how I believe in what I think about. I'm not having to mess with like, all right, I got to get this courier here and this art here and the accounting and the finance.
Scut work, which is also, it's very honorable work. And when you talk about it, or when we talk about like, I hate for people to think that like we're looking down on it, but that's just not where you're a genius.
Yeah.
Like, you're a genius in a different zone.
100%. I would fall short and people wouldn't get their art on time ever if it was my responsibility. It's like, it's so commendable. And the guy who runs it for me is a total stud and he's killing it. And it's like, it's so important. Like, it's not like I'm sitting here telling him it's not important. It's wildly important for this business to continue and for me to have the ability to go create more. It's just not what I'm good at. And I'm trying to do the stuff that I'm best at.
Yeah. You said something very important too, where like your team, you had to create a team. You had to put the right people around for the business. But that's also true in life, right?
100%.
To maintain your agency, you need to be around the right people. You need the right team around you.
100%. And it comes back to teammate, right? Like, the wife that I have chosen, she's an angel, man. Like, I am so blessed. It's the coolest thing in the world to have her by my side helping me. Like, she is my greatest asset and my best friend. And like, for me to be able to say that is truly, it might sadly be a unique thing today for people to be able to talk that highly, but like I did damn well in picking my partner.
Yeah.
And having her by my side, it's like on those moments where I don't want to work as hard, she kicks me in the ass, right? But in the moments where I'm going too far, she brings me back. It's like she's the pivotal part of this whole thing working.
What revelation do you have about what you didn't know you needed once you were married?
Oh, what I didn't. I'm a pretty independent guy. I didn't know I needed that like that connective tissue, right? Like I didn't know I needed all that soft, warm, gooey stuff.
Yeah.
But it's awesome.
Yeah,
you know, it's like, it's so being that deeply connected to her and like her knowing everything about me. It's like, I'm an open book, but she knows everything.
Yeah.
It's really special. And that bond that we have is so cool. I mean, it's like, she's my ride or die. Somebody one time I heard was like, hey, you got to pick your teammate, your wife, your partner, whatever. And by judging, like, who do you want to go to war next to? It's like, she may be a small little woman, but like, watch out.
Yeah, it's always a small one.
Yeah. She's a rocket, man. Yeah.
It's very interesting that when I asked you, you know, about putting the right team around you, you didn't mention a bunch of guys.
Yeah.
You mentioned your wife.
Totally.
It's crazy.
I think it's important, man. Women are badass. They create all life.
It's the balance, isn't it? Like I wish I would have gotten married at your age. Like I wish that, you know, because I was always searching for something. And what I was searching for was a strong bond with another human being.
Yeah.
A strong relationship with another human being.
But how cool that you're able to identify that. Like most people can never identify what they're searching for.
That's a lot of where this comes into. It's much like where you are, where like the product is what you think is important for people.
Right. To
be aware of, right? In a world where there's so many distractions, like it's important for us, people that have found some, we posted, we found some anchoring in life to share, like, hey man, you don't have to suffer.
100%.
You don't have to be, you know, trading off of insecurity and bad situations with bad people around you.
100%. There's a book, if you haven't read it, I couldn't recommend it more. It's called A Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl. He was a guy who survived the Holocaust. Essentially, the principle of the book is you can take everything from a man, everything from a human. You can't take our attitude and our like decision to live, right? It's like you take everything else. You take all of our money, all of my family, everything. But it's like the decisions I make are mine. And it's like the attitude I choose to show up with is mine.
Yeah, man. I think that is truly the American attitude. You know, I think you're multi-generational American as well.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm multi-generational. And one thing that I know for sure about how we perceive the world is, yeah, you might win. You might beat us in a couple of battles, but you can't beat us in our mind.
No.
You cannot beat us in our mind.
No, I think that's that's such an important quality, I think, to have, is that like strength between the ears, you know? Yeah. It's like, it's all momentary. I think a lot of it too comes back to, for me, is faith, right? It's like, I know that my time here is short, but I'm going to chase it and live as strong and as fulfilled as I can. But that eternal life upstairs is the one we're all trying to seek. Yeah,
so that's the other thing too, right? Like we live in I think about like this biohacking era a lot, where people are trying to find meaning and they want to live forever. And it's a certain peace that you have when you accept that life is just finite.
Yeah, it is. Everybody, the only thing everybody has in common, we're all going to die.
All going to die. Yeah.
You can't run from it, man. You might as well choose to freaking live while you're here. So my deep belief is that everybody in the world is born on the edge of a cliff, right? Some people's cliffs are 100 feet tall and there's knives at the bottom. And when they decide to jump and take the risk, and that proverbial parachute of life happens and they sail over the knives, I have the utmost respect for those people. My cliff was 2 inches tall and is a field of daisies. If I don't step off, it's like I'm doing my parents a disservice. So it's my privilege to get to be here and share this message and hopefully share this art with the world, because that to me is me saying, hey, thank you to my family for working your ass off and giving me the opportunity to chase my dreams and not take no for an answer.
Dude, that's like you hear it so often, especially in this country where you have and eat the proverbial privileged people, right? Eat them, right? Whether that's the billionaires, whether it's whoever. And I think it's you know, it's a lot of expectations, right? You know, they want people to give their wealth away.
Totally.
Why are you so rich? Why you have, you know, why you have so much? Like you need to not have that money. It's this whole thing, right? But again, these are distractions. Yeah. In the sense of when you have someone that comes from a situation where they recognize abundance and they say, hey, I'm going to take my abundance and I'm going to turn it into something that empowers others.
Totally.
It's better than money. It's better than giving away money, man.
I think so too. Yeah. The other thing is, like, some of these mega wealthy people came from less than you who are complaining.
Oh, most money in America is new money.
Yeah.
By the way.
Totally. Yeah.
Most money.
A lot of old money. Here,
Europe is old money.
Yeah,
like you can't even rent. You can't buy anything in Europe because it's been owned for 1,000 years.
Which is crazy. Yeah, dude.
Crazy.
We're 250 years old.
Dude. So like my wife is British and when she explained that to me, that there is no land, like all the land is accounted for already.
Yeah, it's wild.
I'm like, oh my God, this country is old.
It's old. And I think like land ownership is like one of the principles behind the American dream. It's that you can own
land.
Part of this country.
Yeah.
And be a part of it. And it's like,
it doesn't matter. Like, so that's again too, like even you look at some of the Rockefellers, the Vanderbilts, you look at all these different families, right? And they may have been at the top at one point and the family may have gone through some things later on, but the opportunity has always been there.
Yeah.
So even you have people, individuals, they come, families, they come, they go, but the opportunity has been a constant in this country. And that's, to me, that's the most important thing to take advantage of.
Totally. And I think what's beautiful too is like, I've got to see a lot of these like, you know, incredibly wealthy people use it to give back, which is like, what a cool, like, I think I think Rockefeller gave away the equivalent to $100 billion.
Yes. Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Yeah. Crazy.
That's so much money. And to just give it back is like, what a cool opportunity, right? Like, here's one of my deep principles. Money isn't like, it's kind of a necessity, right? But it's not ours. Like, it's God's money. It's our job to steward it and share it.
Yeah.
It's like everything is his. We're just here stewarding it for a little while. Like when I die, it doesn't matter if I have $1 billion or $1.
Yeah.
You know, but like giving back while you're alive and being able to share and spread. It's like, if you don't have money, there's still plenty of things to give back. Like I tell people all the time, it's like, I would love to write you a big check and donate. It's like, I can't donate money, but I can donate a piece of art that raises money, that has value, that then can be a part of it.
Yeah. Yeah. Wealth and children are an ornament of this world, right?
What a cool way to say that.
It's I read that. I feel like I might have read that somewhere. Where it might have been like some spiritual. Maybe it was the Quran or the Bible. Huh. I don't know. But I remember it saying it's an ornament of the life of this world, right? And to me, that tells me everything I need to know. Again, regardless of what you believe philosophically or religiously, what I do appreciate is how the ancients came to the conclusions that they came to.
Totally.
Trial and error.
Totally.
They ate that. They licked that frog and died. You know what I mean?
I think about that shit all the time, dude.
Like, don't eat that frog. Yeah. You know, Billy ate the frog.
100%, dude.
Like it was trial and error. Like they weren't doing double blind studies. You know what I mean?
Well, and life wasn't as valuable then because it was like it was actually probably more valuable because it wasn't taken for granted. Right?
It wasn't. So the conclusions that you find, again, like that all these human cultures basically come to the same conclusion at some point of how you're supposed to live your life, right? You go to, you hang out with the Native Americans and they come to these conclusions about like, hey, this is what's important in life.
Totally.
You go to Nepal, you hang with these monks and they're like, hey, actually, this is what's important in life.
It's all so similar, man.
It's very similar. Like it's all
highly aligned. Yeah.
Highly aligned.
Totally.
Man. Highly aligned. Yeah. Yeah.
It's so cool to see, right? It's like everybody's like, I'm right. It's my way. Maybe.
Yeah.
Probably not.
Yeah. Probably not.
Yeah.
And it's probably another way. And it's probably something that you're blind on because of
the
unknown unknowns, right? In this
Which
world.
I think is one of the most beautiful things about life is that you can't know everything.
No.
If you knew everything, it would suck. Like if I was like, oh, I know this fact.
Yeah.
Everything I told you is a fact today. Bullshit.
Yeah.
Like these are all my opinions. Yeah. I live in America, so I can have opinions. And it's like, how cool is that? But I'm not going to know everything ever. And I think that is like a beautifully freeing part of life. I think it scares the hell out of some people. Like I have a buddy who's like, I want to know everything. He's like constantly searching for like the meaning of life. I'm like, dude, you're never going to know. Fucking give it up. Just exist.
And you only in the say, okay, so say indeed you do know everything. You get the Neuralink injection. You get beamed up and you know everything, right? You're still only going to have your perspective.
Totally.
You're still only going to have, it's still going to be from your two eyeballs.
Yeah. Yeah. And your life experience.
Your life experience. Yeah. So you still, the interpretation is still going to be there no matter what. It's still just going to be yours.
Yeah.
So like,
it won't be perfect.
It won't be.
No.
Yeah. So and that's part of the story. Like whether, again, I think that's why like what we talked about earlier, what like people, they focus on the end result, right? They get the money. Right. They get the girl. Yeah. They get the car. They get the job. Whatever it is. Right. They get the degree, and they get it, and then they're left empty.
Totally.
When the whole point was like, it was just an ornament.
Yeah.
Bro.
Great way to put it.
It was just an ornament. It wasn't. You know, the real present is actually under the tree. The ornaments are on top. You know what I mean? It's just a distraction. It's just something that we do to help you understand and find your meaning. It's a tool. Totally. But it's not the end all be all.
And yeah, I think that's a great way of putting it. And, the end goal, it's great to reach your goals. Like this isn't a conversation about like, hey, just stop on the path while you're going. Yeah. And, it's like, it's amazing to reach your goals. We're like, oh yeah, once you reach them, keep going.
And you probably need to reach them, like to live a life, to live a life like, man, I was growing up when I was broke growing up, like I needed to reach certain goals to make sure like I could be okay in life, but then you get those goals and then it's like, okay, now your mind opens up, right? You can think, hopefully you think a little deeper about your meaning, because if it's only things, your meaning is going to be super shallow.
Yeah, I totally agree with you.
Yeah.
And, I feel like I had a thought. Oh, like my mother is like total badass, right? So is my dad.
Your mother is a badass, by the way.
Yeah, she's like a bionic woman. She's a gangster, dude. Like she's not to be messed with.
She is not to be. I was like, oh yeah. Somebody was like, oh yeah, he heli skis. She was like, oh, you do? Like, come heli skiing with me.
Yeah, she's crazy, bro.
I'm like, what? I'm like, you heli ski? She's like, yes, every year.
Totally. But one of her, so she's a children's book author, which is a lot of where I get my, like, I guess what you would say creativity from. Mm-hmm. But a lot of like my core beliefs come from her books and what she's written. So the first one's called Dream Big. Mm-hmm. Second one's called Live Big. Love Big, Think Big. And now we have Live Big. So it's like, these are all
she's
just
still
like,
making these books.
Yeah. And these are all just great principles, right? To live by. It's
totally.
Like, dream bigger, love bigger, think bigger, live bigger.
Yeah.
Go.
Yeah. Yeah. Something that really upsets me is the poverty of aspiration, right? Where we don't live to our full potential.
Yeah.
Especially talented people. And I believe we all have some type of talent, right?
Like,
I really do believe that. I know it sounds generic.
I could be wrong.
We were told that as kids.
Wrong, but I totally agree.
But I do believe that you have some talent, and if you tap into it, it could be big. But the poverty of aspiration with great talent, that's a bad situation.
Totally.
It's a bad situation. Yeah. Like, dreaming big is huge, man.
It's huge.
Yeah. You have to dream. You can't get somewhere if you can't dream about it. Like if you want the money, so say you want the thing, right? Yeah. You have to dream about it. You have to at least know, aspire for. You can't have low aspirations.
And so here's the beautiful thing. I'm addicted to a podcast called Founders.
Yes.
All David does is study these entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
And one of the narratives that he has, which I think is so beautiful, is like, there's a blueprint for everything. Just go find it, right? And it's like, I get to study all these people, and it's like, it makes me so grateful to be able to know, like, and learn from their lessons, right? Yeah. It's like, don't get me wrong, I don't learn from every lesson. I have some expensive ass lessons, and they suck. But I learn the most when they're expensive,
heartbreaking lessons.
Yeah. But it's so cool. Like if you can use that knowledge that these people are sharing from other entrepreneurs or other business leaders or anything, right? There's so much knowledge out there to just go be captured and learn from. It's like, just take that initiative, that one step forward. Yeah. Just go start learning.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I agree with that. Yeah, man. I agree. You just have to seize the moment, man.
100%. Yeah.
You have to seize it. Like I look at, again, when I turned 40, I was like, wait, this past 40 years went by super quick.
Wow.
I couldn't believe it went by so quick. I can remember my childhood. I remember like 20s.
Wow.
And I was thinking like, man, if I'm lucky, I hope I can get another 40 years.
Right.
I was like, but then I'll be 80.
Yeah. 100%.
I'll be 80. And it's like, whoa. And I was like, well, that means that when I become 80, it's going to go even faster.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I know how 40 went fast. This is go even faster. Have to seize the moment.
Have to. No, it's like what we talked about at the beginning, right? It's like, it's my, what was it saying? How do we say it? It's like, it's my responsibility to capture it now.
Yeah.
Because it has, like, I think one of the things I tell people a lot is like, I wish I was 10 different people full time.
Yeah.
Because I was so blessed and exposed to so much.
No, man.
But it's like, I'm not. And so photography is my way to tap into those moments at certain points of time and like get to go be with those people and like fully immerse myself and then like jump to the next.
I love your perspective because you don't approach this subject from weakness. Like you're not like, I'm privileged. Let me go apologize.
Yeah, I'm not going to apologize.
Let me go
to
apologize to like whoever I need to. Like, no, you're like, hey, yeah, I came from a good situation.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay? And I'm going to capitalize it, and I'm going to give back in a way that, yeah, I'm going to give back how I think I should give back.
100%. I mean, like if I apologize for it, that'd just be like slapping my parents' like hard work in the face, right? It's like, why would you do that? Like
What happened, by the way, where people feel, again,
you're like, oh yeah, I'm guilty because my dad worked hard. It's like, that's stupid.
If anything, like for me, right, the one thing I love about my life is that my kids are going to have a completely,
which is so
different
freaking cool
life. Like
the coolest thing in the world.
Yeah, man. They're not like the stuff I saw growing up on the south side of Chicago. Okay. Definitely gave me perspective, but some of it was a bit much.
Yeah. I believe it.
Right. And honestly, yeah, I wouldn't want that for my child. Okay. Being able to give your children a different life, that should be commended. But we live in like this reverse reality where it's like, you have a pillowcase to fall off that cliff.
Yeah.
You should feel bad for that. And it's like, wait a second. Like, isn't this the point?
Yeah.
Like what? Like, I don't know what happened in this country.
Like we work hard so that we can get our children to that
like, I don't know what happened where like it became this reverse thing where we're supposed to feel bad, or you're supposed to feel bad because your parents made good decisions.
No, I think that the disservice that you can do is like, one, if you feel bad for their good decisions, that's, in my opinion, a totally wrong mindset.
Yeah.
But I think it's a opportunity not to be missed, right? It's like if I sat here and was like, all right, I'm good. I'm not going to do anything with my life. I'm just going to go be a friggin' cog in the machine and just like a taker. It's like, oof, that's not worth it. No, it's spitting in their face. It's like, you just said like, you're going to give your children a completely different life than you grew up with.
Yeah.
Coolest freaking thing in the world. Like, congratulations. Yeah. That's freaking amazing.
Best.
Yeah. But it's now when they get born and it's like, it's their privilege to say, thank you, Dad. Now I'm going to take it a little further.
Now I'm going to go take some risks.
Yeah.
You guys, hey,
but
you and Mom did so many things. I'm going to take risks. I can do whatever I want, but I'm going to really hone in my craft.
Totally. Well, they're going to swing the bat. Like I had this conversation with my brother yesterday. It's like, we're able to manufacture risk in our head, but it's not really risk. The only thing that we're risking is our time. Like as long as you're taking lessons from it, it's like you are not risking anything. It's
a certain kind of confidence that you give children when you give them that.
It's so cool.
And again, I learned this just from, I was fortunate young enough to be able to be around the right crowd eventually. Yeah. Right. In terms of being around people that were entrepreneurs, being around people that much like you, they were given an opportunity. And they were given that parachute where like, hey, they could fail.
Totally.
And understanding and being exposed to how they thought, right, versus how you think when you come from scarcity. Yeah. I mean, it's a completely different mindset.
100%.
But like again, that's something that you would want to give your child.
Totally.
Like you don't want to pass scarcity and struggle to your child.
Totally.
And if you see some kid born without scarcity or struggle, you shouldn't condemn them for it. You shouldn't make them feel bad. You shouldn't make them feel like they owe anybody anything. Their job is to live for their purpose.
Yeah.
Which is maybe the most difficult thing to do when you have a lot of abundance.
Totally. I think it is hard. And I think that's one of the things I come back to is like, I want to figure out how to inspire passion in others, because I know plenty of rich kids that have no identity, you know, and it's like, you have more opportunity to find your identity than anybody else. Go freaking find it, look for it, chase it, hunt it down. I don't know, try 1,000 different things. You may like one of them. What
do you think that's about though? You think it's like personality, or do you think it's like?
I think it's the lack of ability to understand that they can go do it. I think most people feel like they're imprisoned in their mind to be stuck in that scenario, whether good or bad, and they don't feel like they can get out. But like, I think in some countries you truly cannot get out. In some places in the world you truly cannot get out. In America, you can
get out. Yeah, that's the thing, man. Like, you know, sometimes I would go do these surgical missions. We would do like cleft lip, cleft palate repairs. And we're like in East Africa, we're in Sudan, we're like in Tanzania, we're in all these different places. And those people will never be able, you see people that will never be able to leave their country. And that's it. That's like what you see is like, that's their life. Like they can't, where you have people here that have so much opportunity, they can do anything.
The upward mobility here is crazy.
Even just not like just rich people, rich kids, but also like like poor kids as well, right?
Yeah.
They're like, their mind tells them that they have to stay
100%
in their place.
Yeah. Well, I think I don't want to blame it on their mind. I just think a lot of it is like, that's what they've been taught. You know, I think that the marketing scheme for a lot of these people is just totally the wrong thing.
Yeah, the framing is wrong.
Yeah, the framing is wrong. The marketing of like, hey, this is the way to live life. It's like, oh man, there's so much opportunity out there. Like, okay, maybe there's 2 decisions for president. It's like, but there's an infinite amount of decisions to way to live your life.
I love when you say that, by the way, because like the whole politics thing
it's crazy to me.
What it is a representative of a lack of religion. It doesn't matter what's religion.
Exactly.
It's just like religion gives people a purpose.
It gives you direction.
It gives you direction. Yeah. It gives you proper channels to go through to kind of understand
totally agree
things.
With that.
It gives you community, right? The community thing, I think, is what politics gives people. They feel like they're on the side.
Because they don't have that religious community.
They don't have it.
I totally agree with you. Yeah. I think that I talk about it a lot is like, it doesn't matter what you believe something, because if you don't, when the wind blows, you'll go with it. You'll go with it for sure. Yeah. Yeah, man. Dude, I feel like we can go. I could talk forever. Yeah. I had questions and I had all these things that I wanted to ask you, but yeah, man, it's a lot I want to know, and I feel like we'll have to do something again, man. I would love to like check out your studio. Where's your studio? So we have a studio in Jackson Hole in Wyoming. Okay. And we're working on opening one here in Austin. I just hadn't found the right space yet. Okay. Yeah. 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 So a lot of what we do, like you can kind of see our work through social media or on my website. Okay. But then we host kind of pop-up shows around the country. And so if you sign up for our newsletter, you can kind of get access to seeing where we're going next. Yeah, man. Well, I want to support and encourage your work. I think what you're doing is amazing. It's art, but it's empowering. It's uplifting. And I truly believe that when you share meaning, it helps others. 100%. When you share your purpose, it helps others. And what you're doing, man, is, it's fine art at its best. I so appreciate it, man. And I'm grateful for the time. What a great morning. Dude. Thank you again. You're going to have to come back. Thank you, bro. We're going to have to do it again. Oh, yeah. Anytime. I'm in. Dude, freaking amazing.